Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Martin, James Martin. I have the singular privilege of being. Can I go that way? A singular privilege of being the project manager for the New Money Conference. And I'll be anchoring this panel section. We're going to be straight to the point. Firstly, I will say the African landlord just delivered something mighty. I know you have your questions. So we're going to take your questions. All you have to do is write them down. But then you could channel the question to whoever you want. All right? Everybody you see here is a magnet. My leg is practically shaking right now, sitting down here with these people. So I'll let them blow their trumpet. You can't recently say, don't let anybody blow your trumpet. Otherwise, they'll blow off key. So I'll let them blow their trumpets. Sir, I know you've told us some, so just in a few words, tell us about you, the business and real estate man.
All right. I feel like standing up.
If you stand up, you take time.
All right. So my name is Nteiro Cornelius, and I'm the CEO and founder Zandoni Realty Limited, Empire Nigeria Limited, Colors Media Limited, and Lapid Nigeria Limited. Thank you. Thank you. I stand to be humbled in front of you. I've not had, Daddy has results. I can. Okay, so Empire Nigeria Limited is a private real estate investors network. People who come together, we buy properties and then we sell them and we make profits out of it. Zandoni Realty Limited is a real estate development and sales company. So we develop properties and we sell them and all of that, the development. Lapid Nigeria Limited is land and property investigation department. So people who want to buy, other real estate companies who want to buy land, we can perform due diligence for them. We do verification, we do identification and protection of properties in that space. Then the Colors Media is a media agency. I did ICT in school. I studied abroad, right? I told you before. I studied in Ghana. I studied abroad. So the
Ghana is abroad now.
I don't know. I don't know why people are looking at me like that. I flew to Ghana. Yeah. It's just that all my years in school, it was bus I took. But when I was going to chase my certificate, I flew. So I studied abroad, right? Please celebrate. Thank you. So that's it. The media agency happens to manage our social media presence. So we do brand identity creation, management, and communication. Thank you, Anne. That's fine. All right.
So it's safe to call you a serial entrepreneur, sir. Ma, you look beautiful. Oh. Please, let's get to know you.
Hello, everyone. My name is Barisuka, and the group. We're a multi-sector group, media, real estate, events, and basically we're your plug, right? And we're very big on marketing. And so far, so Forbes top and top 15 of Africa. And what else? Let's just say you can call me your plug and lqt.co. Go there, you see everything. It's a long list. Thank you very much.
Hello, Port Harcourt. Hello, Port Harcourt. All right. Let me not bore you. I would like to first of all appreciate my brother, Mr. Omana, and all the distinguished ladies and gentlemen here this afternoon, and of course, His Holiness. Thank you so much, sir. My name is Maximus. Cornelius have literally used me for illustrations all throughout his speech, and the chief errand boy. I got that from my brother, Mr. Nathan, errand boy of the Win Realty Limited. The Win Realty Limited is actually a real estate company that was founded 3 years ago, and is a part of a group of companies that caters to the value chain in and within the real estate, hospitality, and agriculture, value chain. So outside the Win Realty, I'm also the chief errand boy for Win Construct, which is an in-house, expertly run construction company that caters to the need of Win Realty and other external clients. For anybody here who wants to build, a long-lasting and very much, excellent construction, the Wing Construct is the company you can run to. And of course, also we have another amazing company in-house that caters to third-party sales, more like an agency, a brokerage firm called House 74, which helps people who are looking for properties beyond the portfolio of the Win Realty Limited. The House 74 caters to that, and several other companies, not to bore you. So that is exactly what we are running in the Win Group family. And once again, I'm happy to be here. Thank you so much. Hope to have a wonderful time.
Amazing.
Hello, everyone. So I haven't heard from people seated here with me. I don't even know what to say. I don't know what to say because I'm doing big, big things. So my name is Ivie Omas. I like to sell homes. I love money, and money loves me. Right? So basically what I do is I broker deals. I sell lovely homes in Nigeria, in Dubai, and in Europe. And I love to teach. So I take you out of trouble by teaching you how to do real estate right. Thank you very much.
Wow. Do you guys now understand why I'm scared to be here? The first thing I'll ask, and I ask across board, are you guys first generation or second generation multimillionaires? Because I don't think any one of you would deny it. Are you first generation or you inherited wealth?
I mean, I'm not first generation, but you still have the work to keep it going. If you don't work, you lose it. So let's say I'm still working.
Why don't you want to tell us? All right. I think there is a current trend, Nepo Lapo, right? I'm Lapo. Obviously, it's first generation, and that's the answer to that.
There's a reason I asked that
Lapo too?
question.
So she says she's Lapo too. So.
She's Lapo too. I think he inherited 13 generations of wealth. The reason I asked that question is most Nigerians are striving to be first generation multi-billionaires, right? So how did you do it? Firstly, why real estate? And tell us your story. What numbers have you done? And in a nutshell, how did you achieve it? What is big companies and big things you people are saying here?
Okay.
Am I speaking your mind?
Yeah.
Sharp.
If I want to explain it, it will headache you. So, however, I remember someone went for an interview and they asked, "How did you achieve?" He said, "It's the grace of God." They said, "Apart from the grace of God, what?" He said, "It's just God." They pursue him. So I don't want to start with "It's the grace of God." However, like I said before, vision becomes clearer with time and exposure. When you step into the scene, I didn't start real estate as per a choice business. I started real estate out of frustration. I told you I studied in Ghana. My dad is a pastor. When I was traveling to Ghana, he was in a very big church. When I got to Ghana, they had moved him to a very small church. Where he was before, his salary was 630-something thousand naira. They had now moved him to a place where the salary was 37,000, a bit 33,000 naira. My school fees was 470,000 naira a semester. So it became difficult for him to be able to meet up with my feet. And for some of us that God loves so much, he takes us through whatever it takes to build us into the person we must become. So then the problem you have, the solution to that problem, and the way you can package that solution and push it on to others so they can pay you for it becomes your first line of business. I didn't have a house to live in when I was in school. And I was on campus. I was living on campus. I would go to the reading bay and rest my head and sleep. In the morning, I enter any of the hostels, beg them, have my bath, go for class. That was my biggest problem at the time. But I thought to myself, if I must be able to get a house for myself, I should be able to raise money to pay for the house. When I called the agent to take me to the house, the agent told me I was supposed to pay 50 Ghana cedis before he would take me to the place. And so I didn't have the 50 Ghana cedis. So I called 4 of my friends and I told them, I am now an agent. I can help you get a house. All you have to do is give me 50 Ghana cedis. And they gave me 50. Some of them said, no, I cannot give 50, I will give 30. You hear what I'm saying now? So I was able to raise 100 and something Ghana cedis. I went to the agent. I told him, I am now an agent. Yesterday, I was looking for a house. Today, I am an agent. And I said, take me, go and show me all the houses you have so that I can bring people. When they rent, are you going to give me? He said, why not? We're going to split it into 2. So I gave him 50 Ghana cedis out of the 130 something Ghana cedis I had. And he took me to show different apartments. I came back, I told my friends, now I have apartments, come and rent. And they came. One person paid, I got commissions from it. I said, so who much is given? So I printed more posters and I painted the whole school.
Oh, wow.
So this is how I became.
Wow. What a strategy. Ma, how many Ghana CDs did you take?
Okay, so I don't know if you ever heard the sentence, do what you have, do what you can with what you have where you are. It means whatever you have, Nokia Express Music, Touchlight phone, whatever you have, start from it. You don't have to be before you start, right? Take myself for an example, right? They call me half-baked doctor at home because I was in medical school. My parents did not even know when I left medicine. They woke up one day and my certificate said human physiology. Why? Because I just literally wanted to graduate and I was tired of that. I felt caged. Your dreams are valid. Most times here, I'm not saying you should drop out of school. I'm saying that valid. I figured myself early because I was a butterfly. I was not the typical, you have to be an engineer, you have to be a lawyer, you have to be a doctor. I mean, everybody at home has titles apart from me. So, so my dreams were valid. I figured myself easily because I realized that I was a butterfly. What I mean is that I can come up here and sell anything I want to anybody whenever I want. And they used to call me the plug. You can't ask me for anything, I can't get it for you. Whatever you want, call me. Whatever you want, I'll get it for you.
I want $1 million.
I will help you get it, and you're in the right place anyway. So they used to call me the plug, and I realized that people were calling me for different things. They're coming into Port Harcourt from the States. Suka, where do I eat the best food? Where do I stay? They call me. I want to buy a house. Suka, please, where can I get a house? I'm even looking for girls. Suka, where can I? So they just call me. I want a car, everything. I realized that I think I'm doing this thing for free for these guys. I should just do a course in marketing so I can probably have like a certificate for it and then I can use my skill. And I started figuring how to better. I hope you're taking points because I talk randomly. I hope you guys are taking points. So I had to figure out how to polish my skills so it doesn't become a random attribute or a feature, right? I took courses and I went to places, I met people. And if you ask me, Suka, I want a house today. I'm like, it has changed, right? And talking about real estate, I think I stumbled into because I was a banker, HNI sector, and HNI banker for UBS at then. And I had a lot of rich people. I didn't like real estate. I could market anything but real estate at then because I did not like the fact that a realtor is looking so haggard. I don't want to be haggard like this person. I don't want to be an agent walking about Port Harcourt And they're always looking tattered. So I didn't want to really identify with real estate, honestly, as at that point. And someone was looking for a house one time, and my brother randomly called me and said, plug, how far? One wants a house. How much? He said his budget is 500 million. I said, in Lagos, no problem. I just called some, how far do you have a house? Randomly. It was a random call. Oh, yes, I have. Okay, this is my brother's number, call him. I didn't even interfere with the transaction. I was not interested. I was doing every other thing. And I sat down one day in the house and I saw credit alert. It was big, trust me. It was big. So I'm like, why is he sending me this money? Am I supposed to do something for him? I'm like, how far? This money you sent to me is for something, right? He said, that's your money. From where? And we sold the house now. What house? Remember the house? So I'm like, oh, wow, you guys make money from real estate. And that's how I'm like, okay, fine.
Wonderful.
Let me just continue.
Okay.
And literally, and I didn't like the fact that I would come home and they're calling me agent. One thing about me, and one thing everybody should know is that appearance matters and how you position yourself and your mindset matters. You don't have to be out there looking tattered. It is how you present yourself. That's how they'll take you. And I come home one day, my mom calls me agent.
What?
Agent, my friend is looking for one house to rent. It was fair, this, that. I'm like, I'm not an agent. And she's like, oh, but you're an agent. And funny enough, I grew from being that randomly called agent. Right now, they call me financial advisor in real estate.
Okay.
So, hope you're taking points. You guys take points. So, I grew from being a random butterfly to very good in marketing to being an agent. And now I'm now a financial advisor. What I'm trying to say is that you should start from where you were. Your visions are true, your dreams are true and valid, but you literally have to groom yourself, and don't let anybody stop you. And whatever they call it, Nepo, Lapo, I don't care. If you want to be a Nepo baby, you can help your generation, like you said. But if you are a Nepo baby, you can lose it too. In a nutshell, randomly, please, you guys, your dreams are valid. Real estate is a very interesting industry, but we're growing every day, and you need to polish your skills. Go for seminars like better.
Thank you, ma.
Thank you.
So before you answer, please, if you have your questions, I'll have an usher. Sir, fine usher, sir, can you please help me out with this one? Yes, please give him your question. Write it on a piece of paper. Give it to him. And then I'll attend. Good, sir.
All right. I'm trying to come in such a way that I can relate with the audience. So first of all, everybody that is into real estate is a real estate person, right? There's nobody that was giving birth in Nigeria and they told their parents, I want to be a real estate agent when I grow old or when I'm grown. Nobody is actually growing with that kind of mindset. So everybody in real estate today in Nigeria is accidental. It is as a result of a circumstance that led to a circumstance, and here we are, basically. So for me, and that should also be the same for many of us, and very able to Cornelius' story is that it's as a result of survival, right? Yes, it was hunger, basically. Yes, you know. So my little history, I'm a media person by profession, by expertise. So that actually gave me the entrance into the industry. So the company I was working with before, I was working in the capacity of a tech and IT guy with the company. So while I was working with them, I was quite privy to the little details and the workings of the operations and how all the business is being run. So I was a keen observer, and I'm also a voluntary, employee. Like I tried to engage in the different operations in the startup then. So I was doing media, I was doing proposals, I was doing admin, I was doing I was doing sales. So I didn't cage myself to just media. I was open to do so much more for the business. And that gave me the uncanny advantage via knowledge that necessitated what I've become today. So when I left after 4 to 5 years of intensive and committed service with the brand, I did an audit of my life. I asked myself, yes, I have the technical know-how of tech, and I now have a robust knowledge of how the real estate industry runs. Which of these has the capacity to help me escape Lapo into Nepo as quickly as possible? and I literally answered myself, and that was real estate. And the journey wasn't smooth, but the good news is I persevered, and I did what Cornelius talked about in his keynote. You know, the inception stage where you are the driver, you are the the customer service, you are the salesperson, you are the chief marketer, you are everything. That was the journey. Now we are moving towards impact, and I would say, it's possible for anybody. Basically, you understand, it can happen to you too, only if you choose to act and learn, just like Daddy said. So that's basically my story.
Wonderful.
In summary, thank you,
Madam.
So I'll try and always keep it simple. So I enjoy doing things, and I'm a salesperson. My role model is Ibuko Awushika, she's the mentor now. So you always say that the energy you use in playing small is the same energy you use in playing big. So, but anything I find myself doing, I do it well enough, right? So, yeah, somehow, like you said, everybody, almost most real estate people you see in Nigeria, stumbled into it accidental. So, my friend had called that he needed a property. It wasn't making sense to me because I was in Lagos for events. I was going to do an event stuff. So for me, I'm interested in the education part of real estate. I love to teach you to do it right as much as I enjoy the money. And so a random day, someone asked if they could get a house, and they are looking for a house. And every morning, I admire the houses in my friend estate in Lekki. And I said, oh, yes, 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 I can help you get one. So I like to use the word help. So I said, yes, yes. He's looking for an agent. As I said, I can help you get one, because I remember one house then. And I asked him for someone that was coming from Port Harcourt. So we're going there. I didn't even ask him. He just said his budget is 40 million. My head just went like, 40 million. That is your budget. Are you not a ritualist in my head? How can you want to buy a house 40 million? We thank God for the environment we find ourselves anyway. So I got to the house, and the house we wanted to buy, and he found out, oh, he loves this property. They said the property is 37 million. I didn't even wait to do the transaction. I just called my friend. Told you, I don't know, say that's what they make up for this life. Oh. So that's how I just made it. Nigerian movie is very wonderful. I don't know that that's the beginning of my problem. Because when we got there, the guy said, oh, he's late, he has to go home. I got his number, and I called the developer, and he said, oh, someone paid 3 hours ago. I started quarreling with him. So you're a wicked man. You will return that money back. Because I asked someone that want to pay now. He said, no, am I joking? So I left. I walked the whole of Lekki looking for 40 million naira house for this man. I walked from street to street. That's why I know everywhere in Lagos, by the way. I walked from street. Every morning, I now have a purpose. What I ever went there to do, they will call me. I said, I'll come to class next week. I will walk from street to 40 million. I'll walk from street to street. But prior to then, my friend had a neighbor that was driving a G-Wagon. And she said, it's real estate, it's real estate. So I walk every street. And then I called this guy one day. He said, sorry, I've traveled to UK. I'm not going to get the property anymore. And I felt so bad. But I now have something very interesting. I walk to different streets and see lovely houses, and I document it, and I upload them. So anytime I upload it on my WhatsApp, because of the people on my WhatsApp, I'll put the price 150 million. My friend said, your head is not even correct. Who wants to buy this house of 100? I said, me, I don't even know, but let me just be uploading it. But somehow I got interested in real estate. Lockdown came. It was the time of lockdown, and I started studying about real estate. The funny thing is, as I was studying, I created a class and say how to understand real estate. That's how I started the class. And people were joining the class. I was learning, and I was teaching at the same time. And after lockdown, someone had called that they wanted me to teach their company. I said, these people don't know that I'm a new person, though, that I'm learning and teaching, copy and understand and paste. And then I started teaching them, and they paid then, and I started enjoying the journey of real estate. So it was just sell property because I made good money anyway, and I changed my phone then to something better. And real estate has changed my life amazingly, and as in God has been amazing, and I've moved from just selling to people. I also want to contribute to solving the housing deficit in Nigeria, which I'm already doing in the sustainable space. And yeah, education has taken me thus far because I also teach sustainable real estate online in a school in Europe. So yeah, real estate is amazing. And for me, when God say go to multiply on earth, in the context of real estate, I see it as not just selling homes, but also helping people to do real estate right. And it's a journey
Wonderful.
of progress for
Wonderful.
me. Thank you.
Well, because of time, that young man standing there, he's standing there for a reason. All the unleashing I would have unleashed on you, I might not. And I was hoping to get questions from the audience. It seems they understood everything that's been said. So in 1 minute, you have one question. Oh, you can take one question. Okay, let's take. But then my last throw to you, in 1 minute or so, what advice would you give your 15-year-old self if you were to meet that self tomorrow morning? And then share how we can connect with you so that we can learn more. It's not possible for us to exhaust it here. But it's open to everybody. While I have to scrutinize the question before I throw it out.
Okay. It's the same thing I'm doing. I think you're actually where you are meant to be. So I'll tell my 15-year-old self to continue to learn more. And exactly what I did. I volunteered, and volunteering had brought me to this point. From University of Port Harcourt. So be open to learning, volunteer, and I love learning from people like Daddy had said. So if I see my colleague doing well, I don't care. My first craft that got me money in school, I learned from a 9-year-old that I go there to grind pepper. Yes, I know how to make shambalas and like knitting and stuff. So I learned from 9, and I was making money in year 1 in school. So available to learn and learn from people that already know this thing. So that's it for me. Thank you very much.
So, in same vein, my 15-year-old, I will tell him to go under mentorship as quickly as possible. I mean, you cannot even, second guess the effect that mentorship has on people, honestly. And the Igbo apprenticeship system defines it all to its fullest. So find somebody that is doing something better than you that you would like to do when you grow up, and begin to learn as quickly as
Wonderful.
possible.
Thank you,
Whether you are schooling, whether you're not, just get under somebody and learn.
Thank you, sir.
So if I could go back to my 15, I'll tell her to pay more attention to financial literacy. You have to pay you can't pay attention to financial literacy, no matter how small, how big the income is. You get better if you invest properly.
Okay, so if I were to advise my 15-year-old self, I'm going to tell my 15-year-old self to never sit down to discuss with someone who has results as though they are your colleagues. God bless you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's all because of time. This conversation can keep going for 2 hours, but they're still around. For a while, they're still around, and they are all online. So you can follow them, ask them questions, and come on, give it up for them. Appreciate them. You can stand up to do it.